Hi everyone, welcome to Powder Mill's Nature Walk. Start the montage! God, let's go explore it. There are interesting things here. Really interesting. Huh?
Don't be so loud, we're in nature. I was not expecting this. So we are looking for the monument of Ehelepola, because it's not really marked on the map, but we will find it. Wow. Driven down this road a number of times and actually not stopped and looked at how really beautiful it is. And over here you've actually got the Powder Mill's Nature Walk. Okay, you probably can't make it out, but that is quite a big orb web. I don't see the spider, but not going to go any closer. There are mosquitoes, so bring your spray. But wow, look how pretty! It's gorgeous. Mosquito.
Walking through nature for the montage. It's actually quite nicely cut, the ground. They've actually done quite a good job of cutting it so you can easily find your path. And there are wilds in there. But, oh, what's that? That's got candles burning on it. I'm going to go have a look at that. Give me a second. No idea. Someone's like put a cross. They've scratched a cross on it.
Well, this area is very, very old. Like from the 1700s, it was used as an iron forge.
Iron forge?
Yeah, and so there should be quite a few ruined buildings dotted about. Not quite sure what this would have been, but here it is.
Wow. I mean, they are burning candles to it. And there's a little bit around the edge here where they've actually scratched what looks like a cross on it. There are tons of mosquitoes, so Ricky is going to spray me up. Thanks, Rick.
Mosquitoes around you while I'm spraying.
Yeah, well, chase them off. Oh man.
And these guys go through your clothes.
They do, they bite right through your clothes.
Ugh.
Thanks, Rick. We're actually in this region looking for the Prince of Kandy, would you believe? Ehelepola. Ehelepola was his name here, but we all called him the Prince of Kandy. Well, by we I mean Mauritius. But he was a courtier in Sri Lanka, in the kingdom of Kandy. It genuinely was a kingdom of Kandy. And his tomb, he was exiled to Mauritius. I'll tell you more of the story when we actually find his tomb, because it's absolutely fascinating.
Wait, look at this tree and its flowers.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Beautiful. Let me see if I can find the tree. I have a feeling we had this tree at one of the churches. I think in Papamoose. And Wendy told us it was something. Yeah. Well, it's kind of cool in a way that it's not easy to find. Because it's kind of like we're almost retracing the steps of Captain Elmo Jayawardena.
Someone needs to geocache there.
Because he actually came and refound this monument in 1994, and he wrote a beautiful blog about it, which is such an easy read. But yeah, it's kind of cool that we're actually traipsing around looking for the same thing.
I'll put a link to Jayawardena below.
Yeah.
We're just about to exit the gardens, which are there, and it is worth the walk, but remember your mozzie spray. And there's some traffic at the moment, but I just love these old signs, these road signs that would point you to Pampelmoose or Arsenal or whatever this way is. It's so cool.
Yeah, this is actually located quite near to the SSR hospital, and yeah, pretty easy to find the location, and there's parking and everything.
Yeah.
So you can actually come for really. I did not know this. Yo, what a stroke of luck, actually. look what we found.
And it's not even, this is not a signpost to it.
No.
Have a look.
Yeah. But here you go. National Heritage Site.
Ehelepola. This is the Prince of Kandy's tomb, or Prince Ehelepola. It actually says so, and it's a national monument. And it's here, we found it. And it's not on any maps. It will be now, but it wasn't before. And look at it. It's been here since 1830. And and people still come and give their offerings, particularly the Sri Lankans when they come here. They specifically look out for this. And if they can't find it, and it must be very disappointing. But he came here, and there's a great story which I will start telling you, and Ricky will finish. He came here from Sri Lanka, but before that happened, and Ricky.
He was actually exiled by the British because they were scared that he was going to be king after they took over Sri Lanka with his help. It's quite complicated, and of course there's always two sides to the story when you've got people taking over things.
Yeah.
But he was exiled by the British to Mauritius.
But before that happened, the King of Kandy, now he was the Prime Minister. Now the King of Kandy went a little bit nuts. He got very paranoid about, what is that?
Oh, babe, you
Oh,
also
look at the
don't
size
know
of
it.
that. That is the scariest one I've ever seen. Hope you guys aren't scared of
Oh,
spiders.
my word, I am so happy that you walked through there before me. I would have died.
It is like string.
Oh my word, no, we can't get that size of spider in.
Wow.
I'm like jumping up and down now and walking further away.
Okay, so after that creepy moment,
You're
thought
not
it was
scared of spiders.
genuinely,
Oh, no.
I thought it was fishing line.
Oh yeah.
Actual fishing line.
Wow.
That is how
all
tight
web
that
spiders are strong web. Shame
Wow,
she's
but
got to
anyway,
fix
so
it
when
now.
you come here, don't walk in that direction.
Just don't walk between
Just stand
trees.
here. So the king went nuts. Whew, adrenaline pumping. I'm not scared of spiders, but that one is the size of my face. So,
I am. You can show me.
let me just swing this around. So that's where Ricky is. That's where Orby is.
I'll take
And-
my chances up here.
And this is where the tomb is. Now we are going to have to keep walking because of mosquitoes. But I'll quickly get you some footage of that and then I'll carry on with the story.
Yeah, I'm just keeping my eye on both these massive orb web
But you got to
spiders.
get the footage of this thing.
Okay, I'm coming to get some footage.
I'm actually not going to walk around this way because there are probably more. I just wanted to get a different angle on it. Oh look, there are tons of them. There are tons of orb web spiders all the way around. We've got another one there. He's actually having his breakfast. So, getting out of here carefully. So the king went mad, right? And started executing people, and there were riots, and there was a lot of problems.
Yeah, he started losing the faith of his people.
So he's losing the faith of his people, and we're going to walk out onto the road a bit and start heading back down that direction a little. And losing the faith of his people. So the prince, not the prince, he was actually the prime minister at the time, went off on Ehelepola went off to do a mission for the king, but he wasn't quick enough, so the king executed his family.
Yeah, horrific.
Horrifically, but the worst was his son. His
Youngest son said,
son said,
execute me first.
"Take me first." And so what they did was they put him in a rice grinder and ground him up. Crossing the road. And ground him up. I mean, that is just horrific. The rest of them, they did horrible things to, but
They drowned them in the Lake of Kandy, and then there was big uprisings with the people after this because they really liked Ehelepola.
and then he got into cahoots with the British. Well, he didn't. He wanted to free his people, and the king was too powerful, so he got the British to help. And the British were happy to help because, well, they were the British and they were taking over everything. So they eventually overthrew the king, and there are always two sides to every story, so I'm not quite sure which story is which. But let's just go with the common knowledge. They helped him, but then he would ride around on a horse, and the people would say, oh, make him the king, and So the British were like, no,
Off to Mauritius with
off to Mauritius with you. And they gave him a pension and everything, a really nice house. And he lived here happily and in high society because he was the Prince of Kandy. I'm just going to quickly get off the road a bit. Cars come in. So he was the Prince of Kandy and he was treated as the Prince of Kandy here.
Ehelepola.
Prince Ehelepola. So he lived in Mauritius for quite a long time and he was part of the society and everything. And then he got cholera and he knew he was going to die. So he wrote out a will and left everything to his main servant, a little bit to his doctor. And then he asked the British government if they could send back all his other servants, pardon them for their part in the uprising. Although there wasn't really an uprising, they were just sent here as part of exile. So yeah, no, you probably need to be pardoned. Just wait for him to go past. And then they burnt his body there, where we just were. And hopefully the guys went back, but there's no story on whether they did or not. And then the real other story is how this tomb was found again. Monument. I think it's a monument. I think it's
a monument or a shrine.
It's a monument or shrine. So this monument or shrine, there's a fantastic story of how it was found again. I'm not going to give much of the story. So the real great other part of the story is how the tomb was found, because it was lost for hundreds of years. And then Captain, he was a pilot. Sorry, I can't help but always have to do that when you say pilot.
Thank you, Trevor Noah.
Thanks to Trevor Noah. And he came to Mauritius to actually find it in 1994. He writes a great blog. I'll put the link below.
Oh, it's hilarious. All his tales with his driver who becomes his cohort and translator, and he goes traipsing through every single cemetery in Pamplemousse, of which there are many, and eventually finds this.
Yeah, it was like he had as he was driving past here in disappointment because he was going back to Balaclava.
He had like an epiphany and stopped in the forest.
Stopped and went into the forest, and there it was.
Brilliant.
And wow, and he found it, you know. So if you live in the kingdom of Kandy now, that's Sri Lanka, this is where it is. So when you come to Mauritius, it's going to be marked for you now. Right here next to this beautiful garden.
So here, if you're driving down the road, you pull off and you can park.
The monument is just down there, and the parking is right here, and it's well marked. It says parking and toilet, and there really are toilets. Not the greatest in the world, I'm going to admit. They're free, so take that as it is, but a lot of parking.
Although there are great pathways inside the park,
Prepared to be run over.
yeah, if you have to do any road traverse, although the road is exquisitely beautiful one, but there isn't a sidewalk here.
They actually do have a visitor center. So if you come during, I suppose, times you're allowed to walk in the parks, they will be open again.
This is one of the most beautiful places I have seen. It's just incredible.
In the French Empire.
Wow, yeah, it supplied gunpowder for the whole of Napoleon's war. Wow. I'm not sure if this is the original one, but this might actually be the furnace for the iron forge. The iron forge predates the powder mill.
We are still on the hospital ground, but look at this. Look at what we have found. It is unbelievable that this is here. I'm going to take you around it. I'm just at a loss for words at the moment. There's so much history here. I'm going to show you the buildings. I'm going to tell you the history, but I need to point out a few things. Something like this, which would have probably been from the forge, and there's even more.
1745.
1745, they set up a forge here, an iron-working forge. And, oh man, there is so much stuff around here. Okay, so we're going to have to go through this all. This is probably part of the gunpowder factory, which was the biggest, well, produced most of the gunpowder and was the only one in the French Empire. There, that's where the gunpowder was made. We can't see it here, but somewhere there was an iron forge. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to have a look and actually see. But it feels like those are probably the ruins of it. And that was like...
I think the powder mill was built over the forge when they went bankrupt.
Okay.
In like 1775.
Right, so when they went bankrupt in 1775, remember this was opened in 1740.
Yeah, the powder mill exploded at Balaclava. And then they moved it here because conveniently these guys had gone bankrupt doing iron.
Doing iron.
Forging iron, I know.
Just weird in Mauritius.
And they had to have like thousands of hectares of forest just to make charcoal.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a sequence. We're going to start with the forge, which I'm pretty sure is this. So forge done. Gunpowder making, I'm going to have a quick look in there. Come join me.
This is really, really, really beautiful.
I'm inside. I can't even imagine how it worked. What is that gap? It goes up. I mean, it's odd. Wow. Out the back. Oh. I suppose you could have gone up those stairs. Ricky won't let me, I'm sure she won't. But look at this. Wow. And then this is probably original wall. You can see it's all crumbling apart.
Wow, this is the boundary wall. And most of this is probably original from the 1700s. Look at this building. Slowly being eaten by trees. It's beautiful. I would look after it. I'd happily put my house here and look after this.
But how awesome is this building? If this was my house, I would really repair it. They really should, someone should.
Yeah, it wasn't a house. It was built as a hospital. And then...
Wow, a hospital and then an orphanage. And then an orphanage. Look at the ceiling, the woodwork in there. Wow, what a fantastic place. I mean, it is still in good condition. No one is going to say that this is bad condition. And the staircase. Oh, man. And the other room. I assume on top it has the same thing. You've got the staircase up and 2 rooms on each side. But can you imagine? Ha! Wow! There we are, 1865. And look at this place. It is stunning. And then, just to put a cap on it, it has a twin on the other side from even earlier. Oh, wow. What a great day. What a great day. We're going to look at that as well. But, wow.
This over here is the old well, because a lot of people actually lived here from the time of the forge and into the time of the powder mill. There were at one point like 900 slaves. But yeah, this is the old original well. Yeah.
And the stairs that are here are not rotten.
No, but slowly getting done in by nature. Such a pity, because you could still save it at this point, but these roots,
yeah, no, it has to be saved now.
When they start reaching the ground,
Yeah,
nature wins. If it has little deck holders, then it was a deck. Okay, got nice stairs, stone stairs. Quite beautiful. This would have been polished red veranda.
Absolutely unbelievable. I can't even turn my camera on this.
I know.
Stuff to see. I keep wanting to look, and then you see something else, and it's like, what is that? And look at that. It's just
Everything, the little pieces of detail, and
it's, how is this not? I mean, all around me on this one. Let me just show you in the entrance. It's just, I'm just stunned. I'm struggling so hard. It is just so epic. It's like, I don't know what this building is. Is it older than those ones?
and I'm not sure why there's a gap and then another piece of wall without evidence of having a roof. There must have been a roof
There must have
above.
been a roof. I can't see the hanger, so they must have been on top. You
Yeah.
probably look right from the top there, right onto the top of that one.
Yeah,
I think that probably makes sense.
must have been a balcony.
And then you've got these badly cut rocks, which is probably the easy way. The English did the hard way. They always made it squared off, and the French did it like this. So this is probably the French for the powder.
Probably, huh?
And then in here, I mean, it has been plastered, and that's what the French did as well. They would plaster over the bad brick. So you can see the bad brick there, and it's been plastered, which was the French way. So this could actually be part of the...
Oh, creepy breeze and a
Yeah.
very apocalyptic.
I wonder if there's anything outside that window.
Watch the glass.
Oh, there's a basement. I'm going to go around and we'll see if there's a basement on the other side. We won't go into it, obviously, because Ricky's standing right here and she won't let me.
Yeah, no, and I don't really want you to go around either. Stay where they want you the tour to be.
Oh, this is great. This is really great.
Stay on the tour, man.
Stay on the tour, man.
This is actually part of the slave trail.
Yeah, the slave trail.
Because, like I said, 900 slaves worked and lived here.
All the way from Le Mans to here. Wow. I'm going to go into the slightly older one. And look at it. It's just... Oh. Oh, and I meant to show you the pillars. Rick, get some of the solid pillars cut from stone. But look at this. Tiled floor. The actual staircase here is still there. And the floor, some of it still remains.
The sky is actually blue.
And I wonder what kind of wood that was. But wow. Wow. And I'm just going to step onto it. Just a little. Here we go. It's safe. I'm actually standing inside the building. Wow. And we could probably actually, these stairs are fully intact. We could probably actually walk all the way up. Someone needs to get in here quite quickly. But the roof is in a bad state, which means the wood will be rotting up there. But someone needs to get in here quite quickly to save that staircase and the wooden floors that remain. You can see no roof there. That's going to ruin the floor up there. And they shingled roofs. We got to do something. We got to do something. What a fantastic find this is. What a fantastic find. I'm going to stand in the middle and let you take it all in. Starting from this side. Here we go.
Yeah, come take a selfie here somewhere. Yeah. I'm going to do some walking down the montage here.
Oh, let's do a montage.
I think
Start in the middle. Walking through an historical gunpowder factory for the montage. Yeah, yeah. Wow, how cool is this? I'm going to keep walking. The montage is going to just have a long piece of it, me walking down this beautiful building. And the end. That's what you had. It's awesome. A little lizard and orb spiders. But, yeah. Oh, that's the side of the building. Wow. I mean, this place is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm so glad we got to come here and see it. Sorry, I'm just walking carefully because there's so many orb spiders. I don't want to disturb any of them. Oh man, what a fantastic place. What a fantastic place.
This is, yeah, I'm saying this way too many times, but this is really beautiful. With this beautiful view, come into it. Stop there. Hi, point. Wait, I'll take a picture.
Am I standing?
Lush. Why are we in the middle of this really long grass where there's orb spiders?
No, the orb spiders are on the back.
Dude, the things, no, there's things crawling on my feet. Things you make me do.
Okay, video's on. See if we can't get the most awesomest thumbnail ever. Ha! Ha! Pretty cool. Awesomest thumbnail ever. Ah! Wow! Wow! Oh man, you know, it really is something else. And I would have no problem walking up.
No.
And look up there. Did you see that? Oh man.
Wow.
Wow.
Magnificent.
And then the sun is so perfect on it.
I
at the
know,
moment.
and although you've taken so many pictures, it's like, no, but I just need one more.
You need one more with the palm
The sun is
trees.
different now. It's a few minutes later, and it's just exquisite.
This is the back end of the older one. And wow. Ricky's probably going to get some footage of me while I point at it. Because what I was planning to do was actually walk away for the montage.
Well, you'll do that again and I'll magically join you.
That is so awesome. You can actually see the shingles now in the roof. You can see them clearly there. What a great place. You guys have to come visit. You have to come visit. And if more people come and visit, they're going to have to do something.
And you can actually drive in and park right over here, because this is like a small division of the hospital, which I'm never sure if they're going to allow you in to see the old buildings, but this place is perfect with it. The security guy did come and tell us not to go up there because obviously the roof is falling in. But apart from that, you can absolutely come and visit, which is great news.
What a place, what a place. Walking away from the epic building for the montage. I can't believe this little unexpected trip turned into this. Wow, we got the tomb, we walked in nature, we were eaten by 1 million mosquitoes, I walked into the world's biggest spider. But then we came here and all is forgiven. It is so beautiful. Please guys, please, we should do something to repair this. Okay, preaching, shut up. This is the outro. Wow, how awesome is this place? Thanks for watching. I'm so high-pitched. Sorry. I can't stop myself.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. No, I can't. Thanks for watching, bro. How awesome is this place?
Make sure you stop over here, just before the hospital.
It's right near the hospital. It's fantastic. You got the tomb down there. You got parking. You've got this.
And that's everything except food. I'm hungry.
We are hungry. We're going to go get something to eat. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.
I love forests. I mean, look at this. You just cannot get enough of this. It's like, wow. I feel at home.
Welcome home, Rick.
I mean, beaches are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but forests.
The cool forests of nature. More forest.
More forest. Heritage Trail. I don't know if it is actually I know it's an archaeological site, but I don't know if it's I don't think it's a national monument.
United
Otherwise I
Nations
would have marked it.
Educational- Not an archaeological site, but it is the National Heritage Fund is protecting it.
Yeah, cool. They obviously just haven't gotten around to declaring it a heritage site yet.
Yeah.